Hey bikers, today I'm down in Dallas riding the AT&T trail to the Trinity Forest Trail. Stick around to check it out. So recently I've been thinking a lot about the sort of the future of biking in Dallas. And I know that it's something that I've mentioned in other videos. Probably talked about it quite a bit in some of the like McKinney videos where I've been riding paved trails and, the infrastructure put together by the cities. But it always seems to me, I live in North Dallas, it seems to me to be a real challenge to find long, uninterrupted areas where I can ride and ride safely. I'm able to find, a few miles of trails here and there, and you've seen some of them. Some of them are incredible. But despite finding short segments, I have a harder time like going out and, riding 20 or 30 miles. And it's just hard to find where I'm at. And so even though I don't live in Dallas proper, I've been doing a little bit of research on, sort of the Dallas bike plan. And I came across the Loop, which is a plan to connect several existing trails in one large loop that I think will be around 50 miles altogether. And it sort of loops in the main, sort of like downtown Dallas area with, southern Dallas, which is where I'm at today, which I'm on I started out on the AT&T trail and I connected to the Trinity Forest Trail. Eventually, this will connect up with the rest of the trails that are in sort of, downtown Dallas up to White Rock Lake and back around. And so I have, in the past video, ridden the Trinity Forest portion of this trail, but I had never ridden the AT&T portion, and I kind of just, reading about the loop, I kind of got inspired to try to ride some of the sections that I haven't seen before and try to visualize what it's going to be like when it eventually becomes one complete system. And you can see what is existing already is fantastic. A lot of this is covered. It goes through parked areas. It goes along the East Fork of the Trinity River. It is a fast ride. You can really get some speed going. In this portion of it, there's not a ton of people out there. But yeah, it's going to be... It's really exciting and inspiring to read about what it will be. And I don't know the exact time frame for the completion. But it's something that hopefully you're getting a little bit of a taste of on this ride. As far as what I rode, this is the one portion where you can't sort of stay on the trail. I had to go up over this little highway and back down onto the trail. And there are several segments of it where, a portion of the trail has been built and then it's either gravel or grass or whatever until you get to the next portion. So it's very much a work in progress, but for somebody riding a mountain bike or a gravel bike, it's totally doable even in its current state. And you can see right here, this is what I mean, where it's like there's paved trail and then there's, which is essentially just like a dirt road. And then you kind of have to find another portion of the paved trail, but eventually all of this stuff's going to be linked up. Now this little portion here, on the opposite side of these railroad tracks is an actual gravel trail that will connect to the main Trinity Forest Trail. I accidentally came down this side, and it just looked kind of cool, so I just kept going. And I'm glad I did, because getting next to these railroad trestles was really cool. And then as I'm riding here, just checking this old structure out, this train popped up and just rolled right past. If you guys watch the channel, you know that I posted a short of this very thing.
Dude, that is awesome. The sheer size and power, weight, look at that.
I was so excited.
Hell yeah.
The video just doesn't do it justice. I mean, the ground is like shaking. I'm sure that you guys have been next to a train in your lives at some point, but it was crazy. It was so cool. But anyway, you can see here that it's just like grass, and then just up ahead there's cement trail again. So there are several portions of it that are just sort of not connected. Eventually, though, you know, every type of bike would work, you know, once all the sections are paved. For now, just a mountain bike is cool. And I mean, there's no signs up that say you can't go anywhere. So, and you could tell other people have been here. I don't know if people have been riding or people have been driving or what, but I didn't feel uncomfortable or like I wasn't somewhere that I should be until I got to the very end, and I'll kind of point that out when we get there. But you can tell that this is going to be just a beautiful space. There are lakes and sort of wildlife areas along the path. And you can see the freeways here. Just off to the right is actually downtown Dallas, maybe just a couple miles down. And then I believe this will eventually sort of drop into the riverbed just on the other side of the river from downtown Dallas. So, and then it'll loop back up into the city. So this was this middle portion between the freeways here will eventually be paved, and I get to it, you know, maybe a mile down the road here. It's just kind of cool gravel between here and there for now. But up ahead, you can see there's cement. There's a truck here, and then there was some tractors and land movers and things like that up ahead, actually working on, well, I couldn't tell if they were actually working on the trail itself or if they were clearing things all along the side of the trail, but you can see that they've recently paved this portion of it. So I kind of got to a point here where I just said, you know, I've had a cool ride. You know, I didn't get to go as far as I had planned on going for the day, but I don't want to get in these guys' way. And I've kind of seen what I came out to see. So it's so cool. Like, will just be like such a cool place to ride, you know, right between the freeways here. There's like little lakes and ponds and stuff off to the side too. You'll see, actually, I don't know if this is a lake or a pond or if it's just a flooded area, but nonetheless, it'll be a really, really cool spot. And this is the other side of where I saw the train earlier. The other side of the trestle where you were actually supposed to ride.
Sorry, man.
That was like the only other guy that I saw riding his bike. I saw a couple people out for a walk, but that was the only guy that I saw riding. There's a car on the trail. I don't know what that guy was thinking. I don't know if he's like driving down there to try to go fishing. Clearly not a road.
Always be on the lookout. I don't know. I guess that's where he got in. I don't know. It was a small car, but
yeah, people are wild, man. You never know what you're going to run into. But other than, you know, dodging cars, this was a great day out. On the way out there, I didn't shoot as much of the AT&T trail as I wanted to, but I actually started out I'd parked at the trailhead and rode through this portion. And there's some butterflies. It was crazy how many butterflies were out. But one thing I did want to mention about this portion of the trail is the trees seem to be bigger, and I don't know if they're older or it's just like, you know, the soil or the water or whatever it is about this area that makes the trees bigger. I was assuming that it was just like an older forest than some of the other ones around here, but the trees were just that much bigger. They just seemed to be that much more. I don't know. It was just kind of a powerful spot. So if you get a chance to ride this portion, start here and then ride through the Trinity Forest Trail for sure. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in today. Have you been out here? Have you read these? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Like, subscribe, and I will see you out there.